I got a fantastic question across my inbox the other day, and if you want to send me any questions, you can DM me on my Instagram channel at Red Delta Project. But the question was, if I'm getting tired of doing the same routine and the same exercises and stuff all the time, does it really make much of a difference if I'm theoretically working the same muscles, but I'm using different exercises? So for example, you're doing tons of pull-ups and you got pull-ups coming out of your ears. Does it really matter if you switch up and do things like progressive rows, for example? And the flat answer to this is generally no. As long as you still have the basic fundamental movement pattern, push, pull, squat, flexion, extension, and so on, then the exercise you do shouldn't really matter all that much. And this goes even beyond calisthenics. Like a lot of times we get debated about what's the best type of exercise, free weights versus bands versus body weight training. I just had the interview with Danny Cavadlo last month, who put out his new book, and I got a lot of people asking me like, so wait, are you telling us that we should be lifting weight, or that we have body weight training is better than weightlifting, or vice versa? And the answer to that is, to be perfectly honest, I honestly don't think the method you use really matters all that much. Whether you're doing bent over rows or heavy weighted pull-ups, bench press versus progressive push-ups and stuff, at the end, it's all gonna kind of come out in the wash for the most part. However, the thing we want to pay attention to isn't so much are we changing the exercise, but are you changing the programming variables, which is one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they change methods. So for example, if someone's doing big, heavy back squats and they're doing like a 5x5 program, and then someone's like, bodyweight training is the best thing in the world. And they're like, okay, great. And then they start doing bodyweight squats and they're doing hundreds of them at a clip. They're still working the same muscle groups, the same fundamental movement pattern, but they're using such a different programming variable, basically much lower intensity, much higher reps, that they're essentially training their muscles in a completely different way. However, if they were to do 5x5 on the barbell back squat, and then they were using things like shrimp squats or weighted pistols or something, and it's still challenging their muscles 5x5, then it really is about the same thing. You're changing the flavor of the exercises and the workouts, but fundamentally you're not really changing anything that much. So what this means is if you feel like making changes to the type of exercises you're doing or the methods you're using, I'm all for it. Give yourself some variety, have some fun, especially if you feel yourself kind of getting pulled towards a particular type of training that you want to give it a try. Just make sure that the fundamental principles of the programming is still in alignment with the goals you're hoping to achieve. Hopefully that answers some questions there and opens up some more doors of possibility. Let me know if you have questions down below. Be fit and live free.